Trevor Alonso. Happy Valentine's Day! To celebrate, I'm reviewing the 40th anniversary of My Bloody Valentine, the 1981 slasher classic. I'm going to look at the new Blu-ray by Scream Factory. For those of you who don't know, Scream Factory is a horror division of Shout Factory. They do an amazing job of putting out remastered and great Blu-rays of movies that don't get the full respect they deserve. It's not just B movies. They do a lot of great movies as well, just so the companies that own them don't put out versions with great features on them. Shout Factory puts out respectful Blu-rays that these movies deserve. Now to talk about the movie. Producers Andre Link and John Dunning said that the film came out about because they were looking at slasher movies and holidays that didn't have a slasher movie to them yet. This was during the slasher flick boom of the early 1980s. They settled on Valentine's Day, and in order to keep the idea from being copied, they made the film's working title The Secret, though they always planned to call it My Bloody Valentine. Director George Malaka was picked to direct. The film takes place on Valentine's Day weekend in the fictional mining town of Valentine Bluff, Nova Scotia. That's right, a Canadian slasher flick. And in case you didn't know it was Valentine's Day, the movie hits you over the head with it. No town celebrates Valentine's Day like this, but it adds to the fun of the movie. Please don't start a drinking game where you take a drink every time you see a heart or heart-shaped cutout. You will die of alcohol poisoning. This movie was filmed in Sydney Mines, Nova Scotia. It was in the middle of nowhere, looked creepy, perfect for a slasher movie. Problem? The town heard that a movie was going to be filmed there, so they spent $50,000 to clean up the mine. Everything looked clean and nice. The film ended up spending $75,000 just to get everything to look back to looking creepy and old. In the movie, the town is getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day with a big dance for the first time in 20 years. Why the wait? 21 years earlier, they had a horrible mining accident due to the negligence of two supervisors who left miners in the mine to go to the dance. They forgot to check the methane gas levels, and there was an explosion that trapped the miners in. When they were finally able to get to the miners, Harry Warden was the only miner left still alive. He resorted to cannibalism to stay alive. Harry Warden ended up going mad. The following year on Valentine's Day, Harry came back to murder anyone celebrating Valentine's Day. Harry's main weapon of choice, a pickaxe. He was caught and arrested, and he swore he would come back to the town if anyone ever tried to celebrate Valentine's Day again. Now in 1981, the town is trying to move on and have another Valentine's Day dance again. And then candy-shaped boxes with human hearts in them start showing up, with warnings to cancel the dance. Has Harry come back to take vengeance? And on top of that, there's a love triangle between TJ, Sherry, and Axel. TJ and Axel work in the mine. I have to say, this is an underrated classic. I'm surprised more people haven't heard about this. Now, most people have heard about the remake, which doesn't do this movie justice at all. My Bloody Valentine is also notorious for having 9 minutes cut in order to get an R rating. The MPAA kept wanting more and more cut from the movie. A few things attributed to this. Friday the 13th had come out. The MPAA was getting flack for letting that get an R rating. Also, John Lennon was just killed. People blamed violent movies, so there was a major backlash for violent movies to be cut. For years, the cut footage was lost. It was found for the most part. An unrated version was released in 2009. It came out with a remake. Lionsgate had remastered the movie, but then they added the cutscenes after they remastered it, resulting in the footage shifting to bad quality whenever there was a kill. This feels lazy. It's jarring to watch. Scream Factory remastered the theatrical version in 4K, and the uncut version in 4K as well. Now the cutscenes are not noticeable. This movie looks better than ever. Only 3 minutes have been added back in. The other 6 minutes are lost. Only one on-screen kill is completely lost. It's an impalement of a couple. Now there are some still shots of this around. I do like this movie. The effects are great and still hold up. The scary shots of Harry Warden creeping around the town are great and actually make the film scarier. That's lost in a lot of modern slasher movies. This movie does still have some of the slasher movie tropes, like the party fun prankster guy, the you are all doomed old guy. And this is great. It does add to the movie. If I were to say this movie copied another movie, I would say it copied Friday the 13th more than Halloween. but this movie is still enough to be its own thing. I highly recommend this for any horror movie fan, and especially recommend this for any slasher movie fan. It's fun to watch each year or around Valentine's Day, but like so many other slasher movies, you could watch it any time of the year. You could watch it with a loved one as a date. The song at the end is alright. It does get stuck in my head. The new Blu-ray by Scream Factory has a new steelbook cover that looks great. The non-steelbook has new art and original poster art on the flip side. I kinda like flipping it over to see the original poster art. This Blu-ray is packed with the original version and the unrated cut. It does have a bunch of interviews. It has the original trailers and ads that were run during this time. The commentary is only for the unrated version, which the director says is as close to the way it was meant to be seen. There's a lot of footage on this from the 35th anniversary at a convention, and so much for any fan of this movie. The director did go back to Paramount and pitch a sequel in 2001, but due to poor box office records from the original film, they declined. Okay, now spoilers for a 40-year-old movie, in case you don't know how it ends. This is your last chance. Okay, at the end, in a fight in the mines, it's revealed that Axel was the killer. Harry Warden had died in captivity 5 years earlier. The reason why Axel was killing everybody? Because as a child he saw his father killed by the real Harry Warden, which doesn't make too much sense. The mine collapses on Harry, and in order to free himself he cuts off his own arm, running away and screaming and laughing, presumably to come back again another day. But he doesn't. Also, it's not clear if he snapped because he saw a heart-shaped tattoo at the beginning of the movie. If he didn't see the tattoo, the town's decorations would have set him off anyway. Again, I do like this movie. It's well made. I give the theatrical cut a 7 out of 10 hearts. I'll give the unrated version a 9 out of 10 hearts. Yeah, those cut scenes made a huge difference. And in some cases, they actually made the movie make more sense. I will also say this is way better than the remake. Go check it out. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching my video.